I know you said earlier that you will not comment on the platforming of such atrocious disinformation, but I would. I think it was a profoundly irresponsible decision. I don't think that I would be doing my job if I did not say that. And what we saw tonight was a series of extremely irresponsible decisions that put a sexual abuse victim at risk, that put that person at risk in front of a national audience, and I could not have disagreed with it more. It was shameful.
I think that in that video, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez represents, I would guess, the majority opinion on CNN's decision to have Trump on to do exactly what he did. They knew he would do it. They gave him a venue to do it. They stacked the venue with his supporters in a way that they would never do for any other politician. I don't remember if it was CNN or MSNBC, but back in the 2016 election, Bernie Sanders had a town hall, and they brought in a ton of people to talk about the horrors of communism against him. You didn't see anything like that from this town hall, I noticed. But anyway, as much as I love that AOC is pointing out that this was a terrible idea, if you have any hope that the fact that people are aghast at this is gonna change CNN's view, not a chance in hell. We already know that on a network-wide editorial call, Chris Licht, one of the heads of CNN, congratulated Caitlin Collins on a masterful performance. Said, we all know covering Donald Trump is messy and tricky, and it will continue to be messy and tricky, but it's our job. I absolutely unequivocally believe America was served very well by what we did last night. People woke up and they know what the stakes are in this election in a way that they didn't the day before. And if someone was gonna ask tough questions and have that messy conversation, it damn well should be on CNN so that we can reap the money. I added that last part, but that was the subtext. While we all may have been uncomfortable hearing people clapping, that was also an important part of the story, because the people in that audience represent a large swath of America. And the mistake the media made in the past is ignoring that those people exist, just like you cannot ignore that President Trump exists. I will give him like partial credit on that last point. It is good to be reminded of how absolutely gross his base is, perhaps. The idea that we needed CNN to give him an audience of millions to lie about the election, lie about the woman he sexually assaulted, because we needed to be reminded of the stakes, go all of the way to hell. What the hell are you talking about? There is not a person in America that doesn't know what the stakes are in this election. We don't need you to conveniently, while making money, remind us of them. Adrienne.
Yeah, it seems that everything Chris Licht is giving here is really just giving away the fact that CNN really just wants to join the right-wing circuit and uplift it and trying to justify it with these purportedly objective journalistic takes. And that's not who CNN is anymore. And we're gonna continue to see shifts in their programming and slanted viewpoints. I think they're gonna end up being more like Fox News at the end of the day. And it's unfortunate, but again, as you pointed out, that's where the money is.
Yeah, in a reasonable country, CNN would be the like kind of embarrassing right-wing news station. And that would be the extent of it. That would be too far for most people. Instead, that's just the beginning of the spectrum of mainstream media. Anyway, okay, let's see. You know who else thought that this was a great event? Oh, what do you know? Trump did. His campaign told, Jason Miller, I should say, told Dylan Byers, it was fantastic. Keep in mind, many CNN viewers haven't seen him talk about his policy views on saving America in quite a while. Oh yes, that's what he talked about, his policy views. But he is right, a lot of CNN viewers probably haven't watched a Trump rally before, and so CNN gave them the ability to do that. It was on a town hall. I think it literally wasn't a town hall. They had a couple of questions from the audience. It was a rally, they gave him a rally, that's what they did. Now, a few network executives sent in anonymous comments. One said having people applaud those sexual abuse comments definitely made me question my allegiance to this network, which I guess the allegiance continues because it's still anonymous. Anyway, one former CNN executive says it was an unmitigated disaster. The audience was like a Trump rally. Caitlin had no support in the room. They were mocking her. And a third TV industry insider said Chris Licht gave Trump a rally. Yeah, that's what it was. And what do we think, Adrienne? A month until the next one, maybe, like at the longest. 6 of them this year, what do you think?
Yeah, I could definitely see CNN hosting more of it. Again, I expect more right-wing slanted news coverage from them. I'm just wondering if right now also what they're trying to do is pick up the Fox News viewers who left Fox News because of Tucker Carlson's departure. Either way, it's not going to work out well for them in the end, but it will show to be profitable, I'm sure, at a certain point in time. But still, I can't see this actually going to be anything fruitful. CNN had really built a brand on being right kind of in the center and being more of a moderate. And so I just don't think that individuals are gonna trust CNN no matter how many Donald Trumps they put out there to act up.
Yeah, I think you're right. And also I think, look, they wanna get, I agree that they wanna get some of those Tucker Carlson viewers, but I know those viewers have been told not to trust CNN for like the last 10 years by Tucker Carlson. That just seems like that's gonna be a really hard play.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.